Hey everybody, this is my review on Greenleaf. I'm a little tired, so I don't remember everybody's name. I do remember the main character. What it seems like is the main character, her name is Gigi Greenleaf. And just to give a background, Greenleaf is about a prominent African American family. I believe it's based in the South. That is it's a Christian based show. But I don't think it's Christian based. I think it's just showing the inside of Christianity from a could be Pentecostal Baptist family. Pretty much, to me, what it seems like is they got all of the big time evangelists and brought it together, like T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Bishop Eddie Long. Put them all together to formulate Pastor or Bishop Greenleaf. Gotta learn each one of their names, and I'll do that on the next review. Make sure I have all of their names. But so far you have the one that plays Gigi. Her name is Dandridge. I'm not familiar what her first name is. But you have Lamont Rucker, who plays Jacob Greenleaf. Then you have Keith David, who plays Bishop Greenleaf. Lynn Whitfield, who plays Lady Greenleaf. I can't think of her first name. Of course, Oprah. And the one Oprah plays Lynn Whitfield's sister, who has a juke joint, pretty much. And then there's the brother. Gigi has been away for quite some time. She's a minister. What it seems, what I got from it, they had a sister. I don't know if the sister Faith was the older sister, the younger sister, or the middle child. Not too sure. But it looks like the Greenleaf family had 3 daughters and 1 son. Gigi seems to be like the father's pride and joy. His, I don't want to say favorite, but the one he shows more favoritism to. There's another sister. I forgot her name, but she wants to minister, and he's not seeing that. He sees that her calling is ministry, as far as in the music and with children, and she wants to do further than that. Off the rip, the first episode, it was a lot going on in the first episode. She comes back. The sister has killed herself. She comes back. You already know where the tension lies. That whenever you have a rift in the family, it's always going to show one person's going to be more nicer and lenient, and then the other one's going to be the extreme. So it looks like Lynn Whitfield is that character. She, the minute her daughter comes, she doesn't greet her with open arms. She greets her with a guardedness, saying things like, I don't want any issues, blah, blah, as if she's the one that has a problem. But it's a thing of there's so many things that's undercover, which a lot of times happen in the black church. Let's just be honest, people. In the black church, you have people that are gay, and they are ashamed to be gay. Okay? You don't want them to announce that they're gay. You judge them. Or you have ministers or deacons or choir members who have fondled kids. It's not just in the Catholic Church. It's not just these priests. Let's not get it twisted, people. So it's going to show that too. It's going to also show the business side of the church, because let's be truthful, there is a business side of the church. These pastors are getting paid. I remember there was one line in the show that made me go like, oh wow, are they talking about Creflo Dollar and his wife? Because they was like how they have a private plane and they're so happy and they're so blessed that they don't have to fly commercial. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was cooking. I had to turn the food off. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, okay, about the commercial flying. With any family, there's going to be issues. No family's perfect. So it just shows that the mother really doesn't have, I could be wrong, but doesn't have that soft side. Seems like she's, as my mom and grandma would say, keeping up with the Joneses, which they are the Joneses pretty much. But it's all about appearance with her. That's what it seems like. The uncle not to give too much away. Well, not giving too much away. Everybody pretty much know from the first episode that he's the molester. Like off the rip, you knew that when the way she interacted with him, the way she looked at him, she didn't really look at him. He looked evil. She looks like the one that told. And the sister Faith, she was like, the sister Faith supposedly committed suicide, but I'm not thinking that's what happened. I'm thinking she was murdered. But Gigi says to her mom, Lynn Whitfield, you didn't, Lynn Whitfield said, I just lost my daughter. And Gigi said, you didn't lose your daughter. You just gave her away. And you had this man sitting here this whole time and blah, 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 blah. So that pretty much, okay, Rigby. Sorry, that's my dog. No. Sit. Thank you. So that pretty much lets you know what's going on there. Lamar Rucker, he is having an affair. He's not hiding it. Everybody, I don't know if he thinks he's hiding it, but you're spending all that time in the bathroom on the phone. Like, nobody's stupid. His wife, she's very sandpaperish. To me, she seems like she's rough, but she's going to smooth out later on because she has a story to be told. She is a principal of a private school that's bringing stress to their daughter. Their daughter is now on Ritalin because she just made some story up and she's sniffing it. Gigi's daughter, who is just trying to be a cousin, she visiting her family for the first time. Never saw them before. She goes ahead and sniffs with her cousin. So that lets you know that there's a crack in that foundation. Like, the whole foundation is cracks all around it. The other daughter, you know, she wants to preach, but obviously she's not the favorite of the family as far as the father wanting her to preach. I did see some, how to put it, I saw some previews, trailers, sneak peeks, a lot of stuff with the Greenleaf in anticipation for it. So you'll have to see her story where her husband, some stuff comes out, I believe, with her husband. I'm not going to give too much on that. I think that's going to come up in episode, if not 2 and 3, it's got to be episode 4. So that's interesting. So you see the dynamic, was the issue with them. And you're thinking that there's no issue with the pastor, but you're going to see that he has issues, and I believe his issues are going to be corruption, because they're going to start doing investigating, and he doesn't want that to be done, because again, church is about a profit. It seems like he's steered away from doing the so-called God's work. And the reason why I say it that way, because he makes a statement where he doesn't know everybody in his congregation. He has over 4,000 members. Well, if you're going to be a leader of a flock, you're supposed to know each and every one of their names, because it says in the Bible that Jesus knows every hair on our head. He knows all of our names. Jesus, God, Christ, Jehovah, whatever you want to call him. He knows every one that's walking this earth. He knows us. He knows every hair on our head. He knows everything about us. So if you're supposed to be the leader of your flock, you should know each and every one of your members. So that shows that there's really going to be a divide there, where are you doing it for the love of the word, or are you doing it for the love of the cash? There was one scene, there was bits and pieces of the scene of the show that really caught me, and I was like, that was interesting. When the father was ministering and pastoring his daughter's funeral, I thought it was interesting that there was nobody else there but the Greenleaf family. There was no friends. There was no high school. Like, they didn't do it at the church. Like, why was it done in that manner, in such an intimate way? Which you can have your funeral service in any kind of way, but there was nobody there but that family. And it was just interesting to me that it looks like they buried her on that land, but there was no so-called service really for her. So I thought that was a little interesting, for the simple fact that, to go a little deeper, the entry into their home, the land, the factor that you have to be announced and then get in the car and drive up the path to the home. So if your home, your outer exterior, your church is so grand, why for your daughter would your service be so minimal? As far as minimum fanfare, minimum people there. You're supposed to be celebrating the person's life, but it was just interesting to me. It might not be interesting to anybody else, but that was just quite interesting to me. I thought it was quite interesting that Lamont Rucker, Jacob, his wife, I forgot her name, was just so adamant to put her knife into Gigi's back when you are pretty much like the younger version of Lynn Whitfield, where everything has to look a certain way because you know your husband's cheating because you told him, tell your side chick not to text that much. Okay, well, why would you want him to be in the pulpit ministering if he's sitting there having an affair? Like, the show is really deep. It's like hitting all different avenues. So the daughter's doing the drugs. He has a wife who trying to keep face. So with Lynn Whitfield, she's very into the money. Like, I don't care what nobody says. She's really into it. You have the sister who's played by Oprah, who has a juke joint, who is really good with Gigi, but she wants Gigi to know that the uncle has been molesting girls again and nothing's being done about it, and she wants her to do it. Here's my thing. Why can't you do it? Like, the cop came to you obviously knowing he can trust you, so why is it that you have to wait till Gigi gets there for something to be done? Why you can't do something about it or say something about it? It's your brother. So that's interesting. So I want to see what the dynamic is with that. I want to see the dynamic with Oprah and Lynn. Those two, since they're sisters. What else? So we see in the first episode that Jacob was getting everything prepared. And he's showing that he's just a man. Okay? A lot of people put a lot of men and women that are in the ministry on a pedestal, as if they cannot do any wrong, and that's not true. The last perfect man that was on this earth was Jesus, and he's not here. So there's nobody walking on this earth that's perfect, nor can we judge. But you can be held accountable. So if you're saying that you're a man of God and you're married, you should not be having an affair. Let alone you're not just having an affair. I thought this was real deep. You're not only having an affair, and trust, I know for a fact this has happened. This ain't the first time. They ain't just make this story up. But you have an affair in the church doing service. As if nobody can see you. Because you think nothing can be done. But he sits up high and look down low. So he's seeing everything you're doing. So I thought that was interesting. I thought it was interesting that Gigi was feeling the spirit, as they say, and she wanted to come back to the church or come back to the family. She felt moved. She was feeling like he was talking directly to her, and he was talking directly to her, and he was hugging her, and he was starting to pray to her. But once the uncle came and told him, hey, we got people right here that's going to give us $50,000, she was a non-factor anymore. I got to get this money. So it wasn't about saving her soul anymore. It was about saving these coins. And that the uncle did that on purpose because he knows how Gigi. She's going to speak up. She's going to speak up the truth. And the Jacob's wife was jumping on her because she said she only go to church during Easter and Christmas. It's because she done seen so much corruption and so many different things in the church with her family alone that she started wavering from the faith. And that happens a lot of times. A lot of PK kids are, some of them are bad, some of them this, some of them turn into, but some of them see, if it's corruption, they might see that and they'll steer clear away from it, because it's like, I see the facade that you put on in front of the congregation, but when you're coming home, you're beating my mother. Or when you're coming home, you have children outside of the household. Or when you're coming home, my mother's drinking and you're not really caring. So they might steer away. And I love the fact that they're showing that with her, that she steered away from it, from ministering, because she lost her way. Because it's a thing of, how can I even minister when I'm not feeling that way because of the things that I've seen, which I can totally respect that she did that, instead of standing there and she's not really feeling it, it's not with her, and she's just going up there just to do it. So I think the show is going to be really good. So far I'm liking the setup. I'm liking the writing. Someone I know said that where they're filming it at is the actual church. And I think the whole land and all of that's an actual place. I have to check with him, but he said he used to go to that. He used to be part of that congregation. But they got everybody that's in this has the right roles. There's no one that could play a better pastor or bishop than Keith David. I don't know if you saw the Lifetime movie. Well, it was on Lifetime, but it's not a Lifetime movie, where he played Pastor Brown. And that was really great with Sally Richardson. I really enjoyed that one. Sally Richardson, a young Michael B. Jordan. I'm not going to salivate over that boy. But a young Michael B. Jordan and Nicole Erie Parker, Eddie Hudson, Tisha Campbell, Tasha Smith, Michael Beach. It was a lot of great. Oh, and Rockmond Dunbar. It's a lot of great actors. Oh, and Monica was in it, and Doreen Winfield. Okay, I think I got everybody. But that was really a great movie, and it showed a different version of the ministry story, as far as the daughter being the prodigal daughter who left to do bad, who was running away and coming back to a dying father. So that was the different aspect of that. I really like this aspect because of the factor that I've known a lot of people in the ministry, people who've been part of the ministry, who has told me stories of things that they have experienced at different mega churches, is what they're called. Even some mega churches here in Atlanta. And it was just some of the experiences that they had. And they said, but nobody ever believes them, or things of that nature. And I like the fact that it's showing that there are, not all mega churches are bad, but there might be that one mega church that so many different things is happening, the cracks in the foundation, and it's going to start coming down. So far with the first episode, I'm liking it. We shall see with episodes 2 and 3. Again, Oprah's just guest starring. She's not a actual cast member. There's another show that she's going to be coming out with. Sugar. I forgot. It's about a book about two sisters. And if you saw my have and have nots video, I touched based on what the storyline is with that. And I like that. It looks like OWN is wanting to do more dramatic shows, and I believe that is because of the success of the haves and the have nots, that snowballed into different programming, like If Loving You Is Wrong. I know some people might not watch it. I used to like it when it was on TBS. I don't like it too much on OWN this last season, and that's just some of the writing with for better or for worse. I just have an issue with I like the comedian Coco Brown. I've been following her for many years. Many years. When I didn't even realize that I was setting myself up, or he was helping me set me up to be a comedian, because I have been studying comedians majority all my life. So I've been following her career for years, and I just don't understand why her character has to be the desperate, curvy woman, plus size woman. I don't understand that, because there's many men out there that like women with curves. So I don't understand why they have to make it seem like she's the desperate one. That's the issue that I have with that. And these last couple of episodes, I really didn't like how it was presented as if no one can like her character Jennifer at all. So I didn't really like that too much. I do like Love Thy Neighbor, which some people might not, but I love Miss Hattie. I freaking love her. I love that they added Philip, and it showed that he did fall in love with a curvy woman. What's her name? Kendall C. Johnson. Johnson, which she was the one on Fat Girl. She was the light skinned one, fair skinned one, that was in Fat Girls. Also love her, follow her career, modeling and everything. So I do like that. Trying to think of some of the other programming that I like. I did like Raising Whitley, and I'm glad that they showed that show, but I'm mad that it's been canceled, because I really enjoyed it. Quite enjoyed it. I even wrote on and told them that they need to bring it back, because that was a great show that showed village raising a kid. So I thought that was very great. But back to what I was saying, OWN seems like it's trying to do more dramatic shows. So we should see how that goes, which is great, because we can act in dramatic roles. We don't have to just be in comedies all the time. And I really love the have and the have-nots, because it really has put a spotlight on so many great actors and actresses that deserve to be seen. The actress, I gotta get their real names. The actress that played Hannah, like, I've seen her in The Heat of the Night, and I know she has done some theater, but when I tell you that woman can act her face off, like, she can, like, I'm big on actresses and actors who can take me on a journey. Okay, I put her up there with Lynn Whitfield. I put her up there with Kimberly Elise. I put her up there. I put Tika something. I put all of them up there. The one that plays Veronica, when I tell you I've heard her, she was on the radio, local radio station here, and when I tell you she is so totally different, down to earth, so nice. I've known people that have ran into a lot of the actors from the show that said they're so not their character. That's what I like seeing. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing characters and actors that can bring out the best and the worst. So, really good, really interesting. So, like 15 minutes before episodes 2 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and watch that. I might put 2 and 3 up tomorrow. I might do 2 separate videos, or I might do them together. But y'all just let me know what y'all thought of Greenleaf. If you think it's going to last, do you think it's going to get canceled? What are your likes and don't likes of the show? Please leave me comments, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have a actual group that you're part of with the discussing the show, please, if you would mind, go ahead and share my videos there, and then just put the name of the group underneath the comments. And if you don't want to share my video, I would just love to go on there, because I discuss different shows and stuff like that. I just love doing it. I'm going to be working on a few things. Said in my last video, I'm going to be working on doing some open nights, open mic nights. Also, I'm working on something with a friend of mine who has a YouTube video herself. So we're looking at doing some type of collaboration. I don't know quite yet what we want to do. I just sit in front of the camera, just talk about crap. So I'm working on that, and I'm going to do more than just reviews. Like I did a review on a restaurant I went to. And will never go there again. But I'm gonna do more than just reviews. Like I might do like topic Tuesdays or stuff like that, or topic Thursdays. And if y'all want me to do anything, if y'all think of anything, just let me know. Put it in the comments or whatever, or leave me something on my Facebook page, which is Nene Williams, on what you think I should do or add on to my channel. Just let me know. That's pretty much it. Got to get ready for these 2 episodes and get the food out the oven and feed my family. But thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, share, thumbs it up, leave a comment, let everybody know. Until next time.